So winning is the object, but not the reason. What does that mean? That means that in any sport that you participate in, the object of the game is to win. If that's to have more points or to shoot fewer shots or whatever, there's a way that you win. And that is the object of any game that you play. And that there is good in wanting to achieve that, to win at the competition. But that shouldn't be the reason that you coach, that you sign your kid up for sports. The reason shouldn't be to win. One of the reasons can be to learn about winning and losing. That's important. I think what's lost is that majority of the time that's the only lesson that parents or coaches associate with sports, or at least the main one, at least the number one lesson is winning and losing. But I would argue that coaches and parents go to great lengths to attempt to have their child only experience the winning side of that to the best of their ability, whether it be to sign their kid up for the most competitive tryout team, positioning your kid at the right school, things of that nature, where you're trying to actually shelter them from losing, to not have them gain the depth of life experience of losing. To me, I feel like if you're going to learn that lesson best, there should be a healthy balance of the two. I certainly can tell you from my own experience as a parent, there are incredible disadvantages to having a string of losing, right? Like, I'm not suggesting that losing is more important. They're equally as important to the development, I believe, of a well-rounded adult, as someone who has faced adversity, faced unfair circumstances that cause them to lose. Rather than arguing those unfair circumstances, why can't we look at it as an opportunity for them to understand how to respond to that? Because life isn't going to be fair. But let me not divert too far. Winning and losing is a really important lesson that young people can learn from sports. But as a parent or as a coach, how often have people contemplated what are the other important lessons? And what other lessons are maybe sacrificed at the hands of people who are focused too much on making sure that their team wins? What do I mean by that? How often might you find that you instruct your players on things that they might be able to get away with? Things that an official might not see. Or, the example I think of is, I think there's a scene from The Blind Side where the coach is telling the player, you got to hold them on the inside of the pads instead of the outside of the pads so the official doesn't call it. Little nuances like that are clever ways to win, but at what cost? What life lesson are you teaching young people when you teach them how to cheat and not get caught? And someone might say, well, that's just a part of the game. Well, should we accept that? Like, as a society, are we doing ourselves harm by trying to do anything we can to win, even if it means trying to get away with something that we're not supposed to do?